What's the positive spin out of yesterday, Link? You looked a little flat there through patches of that match.
Yeah, I thought we started off pretty well. The pressure was pretty hot early, which is nice to see in a marsh game, pre-season sort of game. Port were obviously really good. They brought a lot of that pressure, and we probably weren't able to match it for the length of the game. Positives were we had no major injuries. We trialled a couple of things that we've been working on through the pre-season, so whether we use them throughout the season or not, we'll wait and see. But I guess it's just a nice time of the year to have a good hit out against a good opposition, and there's no real negatives coming out of the game apart from losing. I guess you want to win every game you play, but this year it's not too many stakes on that.
They seem to slow you down a bit, slow your ball movement down, and there was a bit of. I watched the replay this morning. The commentators were on your slow ball movement a bit. Was that a concern, or it's a bit of rust? Do you think?
Yeah, there's obviously a bit of rust involved. We probably didn't work hard enough to give our ball users a decent option. We probably used the ball boundary side a lot. There's a wind throughout the day that was pushing it one way a little bit, but they were able to move the ball better than we were, so it can't just be the wind. So we're definitely looking at that. Want to use the ball through the corridor more, and I guess forward of the ball we didn't create a good enough contest, didn't bring enough numbers to the fall of the ball, and just didn't have as good of attacking flair as probably what we want. So that's something we'll definitely work on over the next few weeks heading into round one.
Link, do you feel, and are you prepared that the chance that you may have snuck under the guard of a few opponents last year when you jumped from second last to second, that little slight advantage is gone now? Like Port looked like they knew exactly how you wanted to play.
Yeah, well, they were certainly good yesterday, that's for sure. In terms of, we don't know what opposition teams are thinking about us. We try not to look into it too much either, but I definitely feel that there's a bit more expectation on us to perform this year, having jumped from, say, 15th to 2nd last year. But yeah, it's hard to know what opposition teams are thinking. We've just got to make sure that we're preparing as best as we can, and we have no complacency on board. So yeah, all we can do is rock up and perform the best we can, and hopefully that's good enough.
Do you feel that expectation? You said there's expectation. Does it feel like you have to do anything differently, or?
No, not really. Individually, I don't feel like that. I think we're a pretty united group that's all striving for the ultimate goal, and just like every other team is at the moment. So there's expectation everywhere in every sport, and we're just going to, we're all working on just embracing a challenge of trying to win each week. It's not, it's not winning round 15. It's trying to win round 1 for now, and now's a good time of the year to be working on our game and preparing ourselves as best we can for that.
Last year, with the way you guys played so well at the end of the year, and then finals, 2 home finals, it was really interesting being in Brisbane. For the first time in a long time, everyone was talking about AFL, and they were talking about the Lions. Has the off-season, has that continued? Have people recognised you in the street more? Have people been talking about the season upcoming more?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I guess it's probably exciting for a town to have a team that hasn't been performing that well to all of a sudden. We've slowly started to turn things around a little bit. We obviously didn't perform the way we wanted in the finals. We bombed out pretty quickly. But I feel as if we didn't really disgrace ourselves in that sense. Certainly not happy about it, but we were in positions in both Richmond and the GWS West game to potentially win that game. We just weren't good enough in certain moments to do that. So in terms of outside the footy club, the vibe seems a little bit better, a bit more excitement around in terms of fans, and just around the streets a little bit more. I guess we've just got to try and deliver for them and make sure that they hang around, because it's certainly been more enjoyable.
One of your best mates, Lockie Neal, obviously had a great year last year and started off so well yesterday. Can he get any better, or how do you think he can get better?
Well, he's had a pretty good game to start with, hasn't he? He's had 47 possessions in a losing side. So yeah, he certainly hasn't taken a step backwards. He might have stole a few of my possessions yesterday. I only had the 8, so I've got a bit of work to do there. But yeah, no, he's obviously a great player, great teammate, and a great leader of our team. So we got to strap ourselves in and help him out a bit, I guess. He led the way for us yesterday amongst a few others. Hugh McCluggage, Zorks, they had really good games, and we just need more of us to contribute more often, and hopefully we're able to do that leading into round one.
I think we're down at community camp at the moment. What does it mean to the players to be out here?
Yeah, it's really important for us to obviously grow our game out in our communities and in these more remote areas as well. So we sort of own that responsibility to help grow the game, get as many young girls and boys interested in playing the game as possible. And obviously we want to give back and make it a fun time as well. So we hope that all the community and schools and junior clubs out here really enjoy having us here, and we certainly love getting out to these areas and hopefully putting a smile on people's faces.
Have you got a medical update on the trainer that Zorks only fired in the game?
No, I don't have. Gee, that was a big hit. I didn't know about it during the game. Someone showed me a video of it after the game. That was a decent hit, so I hope Britt's all right. Yeah, she's one of our nutritionists, so we need her back with us as quick as we can to make sure we're all fit and firing.
Are you expecting? I haven't seen if there's been an MRO stuff. Are you expecting Zorks to be fine for that? Or, just an extra push?
Yeah, I assume so. It didn't look too vicious. I guess we probably want to avoid pushing people too close to the boundary line. But I've no idea. It's not my call.
I think it's only pre-season, and in the past, pre-seasons meant different things to this club. When they were really good, they didn't care. When they weren't as good, they would take any wins. What is the next game? There's only two. Do you really want to go into the season with some winning form?
Yeah, definitely. We certainly didn't hold back yesterday. We weren't able to win the game, but we certainly went into that game trying to win. I think it's important you build on trying to win every contest you play in, and that's certainly what we try to do. So, albeit we were trialling things, but we were trialling things with the aim of winning the game. So it'd be really good and beneficial for us to win in a couple of weeks against Carlton down there, and that's certainly what we'll be aiming to do. And we're all excited. We haven't been down to Vic for a while. We love getting together as a team and flying down interstate. So we know Carlton beat us last year, which was disappointing, but they played quite well. So we expect it to be a hot game, and we're looking forward to it.